Nothing in this recording is intended as investment advice, and the people in this recording may hold positions in the companies they talk about. Do not make any investment based solely on a tip or recommendation. Please do your own research.
Hello and welcome to Zak's Traders Cafe. Today I'm joined by John Wood, who's CEO at Gelion. How are you today, John?
Doing great, Zach. Yep.
Right, we spoke, I think, a few months ago, but you seem to be making great progress. The greatest part of the progress is the £10 million fundraise, which seems to have underlined how popular you are in terms of your little niche in the market, which is actually quite a big niche now. You're a global energy storage innovator. Well, how would you explain that?
Well, Zach, I think we've got a great team. We have a great technology and great business model. Refined it. We know exactly what we're headed for. There's a $44 billion market today for cathode materials for batteries. It's going to be $132 billion by 2032. And we are targeting that squarely. So we're headed on a path where we want to change just one thing in the existing battery supply chain. And I think people sort of recognize the potential for us to make a fair impact in there.
You had the fundraise some days ago, and then you followed it up quite aggressively with the announcement with TDK, which is a company that most people have heard of. There seems to be Max Planck, the Max Planck Institute in the mix as well. So big counterparties already for a relatively small market cap company.
Yeah, Zach, there's a pattern in that. If you have a look at it, we have set ourselves, as you said, fairly aggressively at taking leadership in the market segment that we operate in. We want to be the leader in sulfur cathode material, and we want to make sure that we answer all elements of what is needed for that to be super successful. Now, we're going capital light, so that means collaboration. It means working with government at one level. So you've seen that. We announced government grants in Australia for ARENA and in the UK alongside Kinetic. We need to work with the cell manufacturers because we don't want to be investing billions in gigafactories. We want to move quickly. We want to just make use of the capabilities of those that are great in the market already. And TDK is, of course, great. It's an awesome company. It's a brilliant innovation company. It's an extended company. Of course, TDK also owns ATL, which is one of the world's largest battery manufacturers as well. And we're going to continue that pattern. So our intention is to collaborate at the level above, which is the application providers that work with the cell manufacturers. So you're looking at the automakers and the BESS makers and the drone makers, things like that. And then at the level below as well, which is then the fabrication of materials. So yeah, I hope that what you're seeing is recognition that the team in Gelion is getting a few things right.
Right, so big addressable market, it becoming maybe a more crowded space. Is there sort of other competitors on the horizon, or do you think you can muscle them out?
There's plenty of competitors in batteries, mate. Batteries it's a huge and active market. The specific area that we're targeting in the sulfur cathode material, we believe we've got a unique proposition. And that comes courtesy of the work, all of the IP that we'd accumulated, really, but supplemented so importantly by the brilliant work of Professor Marcus Antonietti and his team at the Max Planck Institute of Colloids and Interfaces. They managed to harness the sulfur in such a way that we don't have polysulfide shuttle, which was the primary degradation mechanism that held things back. And also in a way that allows us to have a very high power device, high cycle life device, and a device that can go from cold temperatures to hot temperatures. So we believe that has set us in a position that is unique and defensible. And we'll be working very hard to maximize that. And then, the relationship with companies like TDK allows us to get to market quickly, working with them in the areas that they have great expertise and manufacturing capability, and not delaying ourselves in trying to replicate what has already been done.
The other thing at the moment, which everybody's talking about, which may or may not affect you, but I thought I'd ask you anyway, is the rare earth situation. Presumably some batteries have rare earths in them. I'm not an expert in the field. Is that affecting you? Is that making business more interesting, more difficult? How does that affect you?
Yeah, mate, we're right in the middle of the geopolitics right now. In the course of the last few weeks, China announced that they were putting a ban on the export of any cells that could do more than 300 watt hours per kilogram. Now, we've already demonstrated more than 400 watt hours per kilogram in our Gen 3 cell. So that in watt hours per kilogram just means how much energy you've got for weight. So how to make a really light battery. Light batteries are important for a number of applications. They're important, of course, in drones because it makes them fly further, and in automobiles as well. But uniquely, what we've done is to make a very high power capable cell as well. So that has attracted a lot of attention. That's what we're going to be making in the UK with Kinetic under the recent project that we announced. China also put some controls over many other aspects of battery chemistry and automation that has caught the attention of others. And of course, the US ended up putting sanctions or tariffs, not sanctions, but tariffs on China in retaliation. So it is an area of geopolitical consideration. We can make three unique breakthroughs, types of cells that are relevant in that. One is where we combine our sulfur cathode material with lithium metal, making an extremely high performance cell. That's a strategically important one. The second one is we're working towards where we can actually just drop in our sulfur cathode material instead of nickel manganese cobalt cathodes or lithium ferrous phosphate cathodes. Now that is really important because it opens up the supply chain. And then finally, the one that certainly I've got my heart set on, and I know was a big part of Marcus's vision from Max Planck as well, is that we're actually making a cell that is sodium, sulfur, and carbon, room temperature sodium sulfur cell. And that's a cell that we are aiming to get to a state where it can be made pretty well anywhere in the world and truly to open up the supply chain. Think about sort of energy independence as a goal for that one.
Right. So a little birdie told me about your recent fundraise that you've got some famous names in there, which I suppose is very impressive. I'm not going to mention any names because they might be embarrassed, but you do have very good institutional backing in the London market. Do you think that the retail base is what it should be? I mean, is that what you're working on in terms of getting that going as well?
Yeah, Zach. We can't name names, but I'm thrilled with the quality of the investors that came into this round and those that we had on our register. Very grateful for that institutional support. We've always had good support from high net worth individuals as well, and I think as we progress, as the results that we deliver start to bring a lot of clarity to the retail, hopefully that will be very supportive of building liquidity in the stock for the retail investors as well. That's certainly a goal. We want to be a well-founded, well-based, and well-structured organization, I aim.
I'm sure that you will be. In the meantime, John Wood, CEO at Gelion, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much, Zach.